Back again in Smartfm 101.1, the spirit of Indonesia, BPEC.
Wow,
bright and busy.
Yeah.
Anyway, we continue our discussion, and this is for the third question. I want to ask for Mr. Richard. Okay, how do you campaign Indonesian language to be second or official language in ASEAN?
Okay, thank you so much for the question.
Third, yeah.
I would like to say first
30
thing,
seconds for you.
Okay,
No,
first thing
kidding.
first is,
Mhm.
when you, for example, like when you met a foreigner,
Mhm.
don't try to speak English with them.
Okay, yeah.
Try to use bahasa.
Really?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I ever met someone
Mhm.
from Russia
Mhm.
in Karabosi.
Cendrawasih.
Then
Yes.
I tried to improve my English by speaking English with him, but he said to me, "Hey, could you could you speak bahasa? Cause
Okay.
I want to learn bahasa with you."
That's
So
why.
with all my pleasure,
Mhm.
I decided to use bahasa. Yeah, we need to train ourselves to use bahasa when we met a foreigner. And the second one, I guess it started if you have a smartphone. Yeah, this is the digitalization era.
Digitalization.
Yeah, everyone has a smartphone.
Yeah.
When you have the smartphone, you sometimes when you should try like Interpol's application or
Wow.
like
How looks like Interpol
yeah,
application?
it's like like you find someone outside abroad. Then when you can match
like
it's
Ome?
not Ome. When you become a friend, you can tell each other like
Okay.
video call. Yeah. When you speak with them, try to use your language.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, they will
To introduce, to spread our bahasa, right?
Yeah, I just want to say like I want to give you an example, like compare. Like I don't wanna criticize, but I just want to be honest based on my experience. That if we compare Makassar and Javanese, Javanese people love to use their local language.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know it?
Exactly, I agree. I totally agree.
But our city, our local people, Makassar, when they met someone from Jakarta,
This is the weakness.
this is the person from Jakarta. They will like to use their logat.
Yeah, I see.
Then our local people try to
So the point is, for the first is love.
yeah.
Love your language.
Love your language, and then you will know how to treat your language
Yes.
like you treat your girl.
Yes. Okay. Oh my God. Naughty. Okay. Thank you, Richard. I move to you, Brian.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you get a point? Question.
Yeah.
Okay. 30 seconds for you. Start from now. No, kidding. Okay. How do you campaign to make Indonesian language is the second or official language of ASEAN?
Okay. How do we campaign our language to the foreigner? The second one, yeah, like everyone say, we have to love our language.
Yeah.
That's the first.
Absolutely.
And the second is we have to introduce our language and also introduce our language and our culture and also our local language. So yeah, as I said before,
in overall that
yeah.
Indonesia must be you put from your deep heart, right?
Yeah.
For the first, for the highest, for the deepest, issues, right? Thing priority to especially as an individual, as an Indonesian language, absolutely have to love. That's why in Indonesia have to be. Deserve to be
the
official,
second,
second language of ASEAN. Okay, thank you,
Yes.
Brian. Thank you. Keep
you.
your statement. And for the next question, because we still have 12 minutes, what is your expectation about our bahasa in at least 5 years or 10 years future?
Okay, according to my perspective, I will simply say that our bahasa in 5 years, before or in the future.
In the future,
Oh.
5 or 10.
I'm not. I see our language already pudar. You know why? Because most of our teenager right now
You wanna say decrease?
Yeah.
Decrease.
will be decreased
Yeah.
because of the social media addiction or social media influence them to speak English. Most of them want to learn other language. Like when they watch other TV series, they would like to learn about this.
Okay.
Our culture day by day already decrease. So I would like to say, if you want to maintain our language, still keep on going.
Going to the point, because we have a limited time.
Oh.
Please. What is your expectation, especially for our language, Indonesian, 5 or 10 years?
My expectation is really bad because, as I said before, our language will be decreased day by day. So we need to maintain it as soon as possible by our government, our beloved government. Ministry of Education.
Yeah, the government will hear us. Okay.
Yeah, they
Don't
need
worry.
to provide us about bahasa language, language bahasa. Because most of local people in the village, they use local language more than bahasa.
So the point is the government should be extra, make socialization to the area, especially for the remote area, urban and etc. Sabang until Merauke, right?
Okay, that's my point.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Next, what about you? What is your expectation, Indonesian language for the 5 until 10 years later?
Yeah, because I'm not that pessimistic person, so I expect that in 5 years or 10 years later, I expect that Indonesia will spread rapidly in every single side of the world, and people in Indonesia can maintain the Indonesian language as well as learning the English language. So yeah, that's my expectation.
Okay, guys, before we end, of course, prepare your idioms, your conclusion, your vocabularies, your wise word, your final statement. Okay, be prepared now. Okay, what about you? What is your expectation about Indonesian language for 5 or 10 years later?
Okay, my expectation for Indonesian language later, I expect that Indonesian will be universe.
Wow.
Yeah, will be. I mean,
worldwide, all of humans.
Yeah, will be learn in
until Jannah.
In all of the world.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I expect that all of
human beings.
Yeah.
In
all of the human being.
Yeah.
Will be learn about Indonesian language.
It's great, my God.
Because you know what? As I said before, Indonesian is easiest language.
Yeah, in the world.
There is no how to say tenses about the Indonesian language.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. What about you, Wahid? Number 1. What is your expectation about Indonesian language for 5 or 10 years later?
I think I speak as Indonesian people in here because it's our opportunity, our opportunity. We have to increasing our bahasa Indonesia. We have to love our bahasa Indonesia. We just a people and the government. We have to get together. We have
Collaboration,
collaboration
synergy.
synergy about it. We have to increase in Bahasa Indonesia, and then we have don't say using Bahasa Indonesia wherever you are, even in foreign. Just at least just one word or two words like terima kasih, sampai jumpa, selamat
Start
pagi.
from the easiest sentence or words, right?
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, I see. Thank you, Wahid. Okay, what about you, Tenri?
Tenrai.
Tenrai. Oh, okay. Tenrai. What is your expectation?
To me,
yeah.
I believe that Indonesia language can be, like Kak Brian said it before, universe, because now our teenager or our
TikTok generation, our generation.
No. I mean our.
What do you mean?
Wait. I mean all of the people or who the people can want to continue their study. It's mean that like overseas.
In abroad.
Yeah, in abroad. It's mean that can be introduced our country. So all of the but some of the student now want to continue their study in outside. So it's mean that not it's many people later, 10 or 5 years later, right? So it's make our country to be
famous
or universe, all of the world,
Okay, good. Nice statement. Okay, Richard, I beg to you. Do you have idioms or wise word or vocabularies?
I have 2 idioms that related to language.
Please.
Okay, the first one is watch your language. You know, watch your language. It means that you should pay attention to to someone who say something. Okay, the second one is
what is in bahasa? Translate to Indonesia.
Watch your language itu artinya kamu harus kamu harus memberikan perhatian kepada seseorang yang sedang berbicara di hadapanmu. Okay, the second one is what's the magic word? Okay, itu artinya itu idiomnya itu mengekspresikan untuk penggunaan untuk mengingatkan seorang anak untuk selalu mengatakan tolong ketika meminta tolong kepada seseorang.
Wah, luar biasa. It's awesome. What about you? Do you have an idiom or vocabularies or wise word or final statement or
okay?
Whatever.
I have 2 words and 1 idiom. The first word is rapidly. Rapidly means the other word of quickly. So instead of saying quickly, you can say rapidly. Artinya sangat cepat. And then the second one is massively. Massively means sangat besar. Something like that. And then
idioms.
And then about idiom, I got 1 idiom from movie. It's about I lost you again. We can use that when we don't understand what the people inform or say. So instead of saying I don't understand you, we can say I lost you again. Saya tidak mengerti apa yang bilang.
Okay. Thank you. What about you? Do you have vocabularies, idioms, conclusion, wise words?
Only vocabularies.
Okay, please.
The first one is worldwide. Seluruh dunia. And also universe.
Okay, what is universe?
Universe itu universe is
Jagat Raya.
Jagat Raya, or we can say unite.
Okay. Do you have idioms?
No.
Or others like wise word?
No.
Final statement? No. Okay. What about you, Wahid? Do you have vocabularies, idioms, conclusion, final statement?
Okay, for vocabulary, campaign. Campaign itu menyuarakan atau mempromosikan. Idiom. Let's bygones be bygones. Yang berlalu biarlah berlalu.
Clap hand. Okay. So you still have vocabularies? Do you still have vocabularies? We still have 2 minutes.
Okay. Wise word, keep moving forward.
Wow.
Keep moving forward.
Anything else?
No, it's
Okay. What about you? Do you have vocabularies?
No.
Idioms?
No.
Conclusion?
Well, conclusion maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
So because our streaming today it's real live or in YouTube, so it's make our why we don't speak bahasa. No, because it's like it's introduce our bahasa also. So just love Indonesia first, and love our language. And don't forget our local language, because our local language can introduce to the
our identity. Introduce our identity.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. For the last, you have a final statement or message to smart viewers and listeners at home?
Okay, for the smart listener, I know that English right now is one of the requirement if you want to continue our study, if you want to go everywhere, we need English. But then you have to maintain your identity, means that you have to maintain your culture. In this case, it's about language. So you have to maintain your language, campaign your language as possible as you can, as massively as you can. So love Indonesia, love your language.
Wow, give a applause for us first. Okay, thank you guys for coming in our second home here in Smartfm. That's all our conversation or discussion about Indonesian language is the second language. It's the candidate of the second language or official language in ASEAN, and it's a very interesting topic. And thank you guys for coming once again, Mr. Richard, Mr. Yusril, Mr. Brian, Mr. Wahid, and Miss Tenri. That's all our conversation for our tonight. Stay tuned on Smartfm 101.1 The Spirit Indonesia. See you next week.